I really want to be able to like show my body off because, there haven't been many, really not many plus size women at all, like showing their bodies off in, a big magazine. They're usually always covered up. So I would like really like to portray, something sexy and positive.
5'5", 280 pounds, Tess is proud of every curve as she poses in her black lace underwear lying on the grass. A mini leaf blower wrapped in black tulle and tattoos all over her body.
It's just someone who's really encouraging body positivity. We're in this new era of plus size models. This isn't a rarity anymore. It's really encouraging body positivity. We're in this new era.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I have some thoughts on this, and I'd like to hear yours. So, Leslie, let's start with you. So he basically said, look, when kids get these participation trophies at the end of the season, gee, thanks for showing up. You get a little trophy. He says that's ridiculous. Give them back. The kids who did really well maybe should get a special trophy for outstanding work on the field or on the team. But, this stuff is garbage. It's not helping anybody.
I disagree with this strongly. I have two kids, 7 and 8. My son is 8, and he's one of those athletic kids who is good at everything that he does. But that is not the case for every child. And because somebody gets the most baskets or is the fastest runner doesn't mean that they're necessarily working harder than some of the other kids. One year, my son's team gave him 2 trophies, one for being the fastest and one for scoring the most points. He said, "Mommy, how come this other kid didn't get a trophy?" I said, "Well, because he didn't score the most points and he wasn't the fastest." He said, "That's not fair. We're a team." I think it's good to show people that showing up is part of the battle.
Wow.
That teamwork is
You can be
involved.
Okay, in the United States, one of our biggest passions is sports. We love sports. Some people bleed and die for sports. I mean, it's
Literally, there have been suicides over sports.
yeah, riots, suicides.
Burning cars, you name it.
Exactly, and it's just something in our DNA. It's in moderation. It's really good for you.
Yeah, well, it beckons back to the Roman Colosseum back in the days. There's something awesome about enjoying competition between peoples, be it football or soccer, which I'm not really fond of, but I know a lot of people that are, not demeaning the sport or anything, but it's fun to watch and participate in competitions like that.
Exactly, because it trains you for real life skills. Because you're not going to grow up to be a hermit. All right, you're going to have to compete against people in the workforce. And you have to work with people at the same time.
And not everybody is the same and has the same skill sets. And some that do have the same skill sets are unequal in prowess.
Exactly. And that's just the way life is. Sometimes people, this is cliche, but somebody, you're not going to be the best in the field most of the time. Someone's going to be out there better than you regardless of how much you practice.
Yeah, and let's not forget that there's subcategories to everything. Like, in basketball, you could be an excellent three-pointer shot, but a terrible free thrower.
Exactly.
And
no matter how hard I train, I'm not going to be like Michael Jordan in his youth, like 6'6", has like a 40-plus inch vert. I'm not going to be jumping out of the gymnasium,
I'm not going to be jumping much at all.
Yeah. we both have probably like a combined vert of like 5 inches. We cannot. Gravity is not nice to us. But this is an issue that's going on right now. We have this crazy new concept that's coming around that sports breed bullies. It breeds unfairness.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to artificially dumb down human nature to where we don't compete and where everybody wins and where everything is equal. And yeah, I'm sorry, that's just not the case.
Exactly, and it's going to ruin our youth if this continues to grow, because it's going to make them build a foundation on some glass that's going to easily break.
Can you imagine how lame it would be to watch a Super Bowl where both teams become champions? I mean,
yeah, that would be.
It takes all the fun out of it.
Exactly. They're like, you know what? We all won at the end, and everybody. There's 2 Lombardi trophies. Or
And in the NHL, the Stanley Cup would last 2 seasons before they had to replace it
I know, like this
because they carved the names on it.
Gosh. Oh man, I'm trying to picture everything now. It's just it would even if they both won, there'd be less incentive for them to play better. It's like whenever you see an All-Star game,
Yeah.
they're playing around. They're just like they're joking around. There's no intensity to it. There's no drive.
It's fun and all, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's like kind of like an exhibition. You wouldn't want to see it all the time. Like most in the NFL they have the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
That puts me to sleep now. You would think it's something like that would be amazing to watch, but they don't take it so serious.
No.
It's just
It's not. It doesn't carry the same weight as the regular season does, or the Super Bowl, or even the playoffs.
yeah.
I mean, take it this year. We had a blast during the playoffs this year.
Exactly.
I mean, I just enjoy the sport of football like crazy, and it would kill me inside to see it turned into an equality fest.
Yes. Our main point is a lot of our youth play sports, and it's training on the side of just having fun. Also, it trains them to show up on time, be respectful of adults. Be sportsmanship. Don't punch somebody in the face if you disagree with them. Respect the referee even if you think that they're wrong.
Yeah, and try to do your very best. Sometimes you're not going to be the best in the field. Sometimes not everybody on the field is a quarterback.
Exactly. And it those things you learn as a child to a teenager to a young adult, it translates to all parts of life. And if you take that away, you're taking away good life lessons. Because some people don't have good parental figures, and the only parental figure they have is a coach.
Yeah, and sometimes the best victory in life you can gain is a defeat.
Exactly. Some people come back from it and they become a better person.
Right, and it's important to learn to lose. I know that sounds terrible. It sounds counterintuitive even, especially for conservatives where we are focused about getting ahead and winning.
Exactly.
But you do need to learn how to lose.
You need to learn how to lose, and you need to learn from. You need to accept it when it happens, and I'm just going to reiterate what you're saying. It really helps you reflect on what you're not doing right. If you're winning all the time, you're not going to do that. You're not going to change anything up.
You'll
never
improve.
Never improve. You'll never. If you think you're so good, what's the point?
Right.
So.
And if there's no incentive for competition, there's no growth. And that's true in sports. It's true in the economy. That's true in personal life development.
Yeah.
We just came in from playing tennis. While right now we're so terrible, we have to just focus on keeping the ball in play. Eventually we'll get to the point where we'll want to kill each other.
Yeah. It's just, even though we're not amazingly, like Roger Federer or anybody, or Nadal was the other guy.
I can't remember.
We're not.
Or to use a more common name, the Williams sisters.
Yes, but we just it's still you still learn from it. Plus it's healthy for you.
My wife's getting pretty good though. She was killing us out there.
Yeah, stopping us. But.
But regardless, that our point is, you can have fun and you can play for fun, but at some point, playing for fun doesn't stay fun. And it's not just all about fun. It is about those skills that you learn to interact with others. And it's important to note that in team sports especially, there's a coach, there's an authority figure with you. There's teammates who are more like colleagues and contemporaries. There may be, like in the case of football, a quarterback, somebody that is basically a team captain. Yeah. So it is a contemporary that's still a step above you. And then there are people that help you, and then there are mediators like referees. That these are all positions that are real in real life.
Exactly. Just in a different form, in a different way.
Right. And it teaches you how to interact with people on that level. But also teaches you that even in a great group effort, you can lose.
Yeah. Where do you think this stems from? Do you think it's because of this movement for equality?
I think it's more of a matter of people get hung up on their feelings, and nobody likes to see, especially with kids, nobody likes to see their kid upset or hurt, and that's just natural. But one of the best victories they can ever have is a defeat.
Yeah.
They need to learn how to lose because loss happens in life.
Yeah, because if you go like 18 years of winning everything, everything was handed to you, you will be.
What happens when you get fired?
Exactly, it'll be devastating. It'll be if you never had. To them it'd be like a tragedy. It'd be like a Shakespearean tragedy for them. It'd be something.
Big grounds for suicide for some.
Yeah, it's just very important to have those defeats. Important to have those hard life lessons. You're not going to win every time.
No.
You're not going to be the best out there.
Even with your best effort sometimes.
Yeah.
And that being said, on the flip side, it teaches you the thrill of a victory that comes from hard work and cooperation.
Yeah, victory is much more sweeter when you work hard for it and you fight for it. If it's handed to you, it's like you don't appreciate it as much.
Right. If everybody wins, how important is winning? I remember a line from The Incredibles, how very libertarian it sounded, but when everyone is special, no one will be.
Exactly.
And how does that sound? That's just lame.
It's just not realistic. I hate to say it, but equality, in a sense, is not a reality.
No, it's really not. And I'm not saying we shouldn't strive for equal treatment or equal opportunity amongst ourselves, but equality and success is not a real thing.
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's just all about feelings, and you shut down the truth about things. About like a lot of these people now, where they can be whatever they want to be. They can be. I hate to say this. They could be large and fat as a beached whale, but say if you really care about that person and you want to push them and motivate them to do better, and you want them to be around, so you can grow old together, you can't do that now because that's like body shaming.
Yeah, it's really sad. To pivot here to talk about that, because that's important too, is that they're very much linked ideas. Is that the idea of everyone winning and body shaming occur? They're actually compatible ideas within leftist ideology, because body shaming is a form of winning.
Yeah.
It is a form of victory. Like, okay, so your body is better than mine? But honestly, we keep ignoring that there are actual biological parameters of health we're talking about here.
Exactly. If you really cared about somebody, sometimes you get to tell them something they don't want to hear. Sometimes, obviously be polite about it and come from a place of love.
Yeah, there is such a thing as bullying. We're not doubting that.
Exactly. But sometimes you have to tell somebody something. You have to you have to wake them up.
Yeah, and in all honesty, on that note, I know a lot of people that can't laugh at themselves.
Yeah, and that's.
And again, that probably comes from having won everything.
Exactly. That's something that you need to learn to be able to not take yourself so serious. You gotta realize you share this earth. You're not some special gift by God. You're not like God's gift to the entire world. You're not a step above everybody.
Right, which is exactly the lesson we were talking about in the sports.
Yeah. Is
that it teaches you're a cog in the machine, not in a weird utilitarian society type of way, but we are all important and special in our own way, but we are not all the same.
Yeah.
And to ignore that is ridiculous, and I think the idea of body shaming does ignore that.
Exactly. It just frustrates me so much when people say that trying to encourage people to work out and make themselves healthier hurts their health even more.
Which is ironic, because most of this health revolution came from the left.
Yeah, it's just. I'm a loss of words right now because of this. It's just.
It's agonizing.
Yeah, it's agonizing. You just don't know what to say sometimes. It's just. So so saying what you're going to say to them is going to make them emotionally distraught and it's going to hurt their health. What about clogged arteries? What about heart attacks? What about strokes?
But Brian, those don't hurt your feelings.
Oh yeah, you see that bill, your feelings will hurt.
Yeah. No, Brian, because with the Affordable Care Act, you won't have a big bill.
How dare I? I should be re-educated right now. I need to self-criticize myself until I get
self-criticize.
I'm so ashamed.
Communist joke.
Yeah, but it's just I just don't understand. I can understand. Listen, I understand that there's a healthy medium for everything. Healthy, don't pun intended. But obviously,
including your weight.
Yeah. Not everybody. Obviously, we understand. Not everybody's. We're not exactly fit ourselves. but we can still tie our shoes. Okay, we're not we're not
We can still see them while we tie them too.
Yes, we can still see them. We could walk 50 feet without collapsing from a heart failure. Like, I can understand if somebody has a little gut, perfectly fine. But some people, they need an intervention. They're in denial. They need help. Okay, it might hurt their feelings in the beginning, but in the long run, they'll be thankful. They'll live longer. They'll be even more happier. They'll probably, most likely, they will. They won't be depressed anymore because they can actually do things again without having to rely on everyone else and rely on medicine to keep them alive.
Well, now we're at a state where we worship feelings and our emotions and our comfort. Where people just can't hear that stuff without feeling totally violated, which is an enormous weakness.
Exactly. It just needs to. We need to change it. We need to change it. It has to change because this is a slippery slope. It's very slippery.
And if you're that big, you can't afford to be going down slow.
That'd be an Indiana Jones boulder right there. But I mean, it's just. I just hope we move on from this, and we need to find a way where we can definitely get a point across without having to be, some like what they accuse people of being, bullies. There's ways of coming from a place of love to tell them, listen, you might need to work out a little bit if you want to see your grandkids.
Yeah, and in all honesty, as controversial as it sounds, I think some people could use a little bullying in their life.
Yeah,
they act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I'm glad. I mean, I didn't get bullied a whole lot. I'm glad I did get a little bit. I mean, what little I did get bullied, I'm glad I did. It made me who I am today. It's
nobody here is advocating that it's okay to stuff someone in a trash can.
Exactly.
But what we're saying is, those are experiences that can be beneficial, and that's just it. That's what people don't realize, is that the negative experiences of our life can be beneficial.
Yeah, because you'll learn how not to act. You'll learn how to treat others better if you use it in the right way. That lesson. You're like, you know what? I know how it made me feel, so I'm not going to be the same way. This goes back to the point, you could tell people to go to, be more healthy and work out and exercise without being a jerk about it. You know what I mean? You could, like, listen, man, I love you. I want you to be around as long as possible. I think you might need to, get out, see the sun, take a yoga class, or,
I'm glad you're finally telling your feelings now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, it was for you.
I mean, excuse me. I did not know. Oh, wow, I'm being body shamed.
Uh-oh.
Being violated here, guys.
Uh-oh. He's going to get the body shame police on me in a second. This is going to be the last you hear from me. I'm going to be locked up pretty soon.
He'll be in the gulags.
Yeah. Gosh.
I mean, in all seriousness, that's kind of the place we're headed where, like I said, we have emotions and feelings and personal comfort on a pedestal that, like Americans are worshiping, and if you dare cross that line to make somebody uncomfortable, or dare cross that line to make somebody feel violated, or that their feelings are hurt, you're the ultimate evil in the world.
Exactly. I think a lot of people now, they've gotten too narcissistic and too. I sound like narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, slurring right there like Bernie. But I think that they assume too much.
How dare you insult the great Bernie Sanders?
Gosh, that's 3 strikes so far, right?
No, I think you're on 2.
I think I've done 3 mistakes right now where I need to get sent to the gulags now.
Well, you body shamed me. You insulted Grandmaster Bernie.
I think I did something else, but it's good for you to forget. Let's re-educate ourselves and forget what I just said.
The chairman forgives you.
All right, thank goodness. What were we talking? We were talking about the. Sorry, I got brainwashed and forgot what I was talking about.
I don't know. Let's see. We were talking about body shaming in some way, or political correctness, or some sort.
Anyways, you all get the point. We just got our minds wiped by the Men in Black, basically.
Yes. If you don't want to end up in a gulag, don't body shame anybody.
Yes, but all right. Back to, in all seriousness, no. Like, actually, I know my point now. A lot of people, they assume they come from this place where they think everything is an insult directed towards them.
Yes.
They're quick to. It's like they're trained to be triggered.
It triggered. It's funny you use that word.
That's my point. Yeah.
It's not, but seriously, like I know what he's talking about. To demonstrate, if you're ever sitting in traffic, I've been guilty of this, and a horn honks.
Oh man.
You're like, what did I do? Who did that? Why are they mad at me? It may not be related to you at all.
Yeah.
At all. But we automatically assume it's us, and we've done something to make someone angry.
Yes. And a lot of people now, they'll assume, like, say somebody will say something to you, and they automatically jump the gun, and they think, oh my gosh, they're trying to unleash a microaggression at me and make me feel bad and make me feel lesser than they are. And that's not always the case.
No, it's definitely not. To go back, though, you said trigger. I'm glad you said that, because there's another prevalent free speech infringement going on in universities called trigger warnings. If you've ever heard about trigger warnings, I'm sorry. If you haven't heard about trigger warnings, I'm sorry in advance. This is a trigger warning about trigger warnings. Trigger warnings are warnings you put before subjects that can cause emotional distress. Not even kidding. So, like, we should have introduced this video by saying, if you're overweight, this is a trigger warning.
Even some people will have it in the actual details on the video.
Yep.
We might do it in the future to be funny, but
actually, yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have trigger warnings in the future, but they're gonna be totally jerk trigger warnings.
So anyway, let's continue on about the trigger warnings.
Oh yeah. Anyway, to explain this, the idea is that people need to be protected from sensitive subjects. And so, if you are an overweight person and you're listening to this video and I give a trigger warning that this may be insensitive to somebody dealing with increased gravity issues, then, see, that's the kind of political correctness you'd have to put in it. That lets somebody that's overweight know to not watch the video because it may emotionally distress them.
Yeah, it may shatter their fragile foundation, their mental foundation. It's just...
It's asinine.
Oh my gosh, man. Whatever happened to just disagreeing? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to just, you know what? I'm just going to not watch it or not listen anymore. Or
how about all the times I was called short? Height, back then it was a diss. Okay, I got dissed. Big deal, big whoop.
Short shaming.
Exactly. Yeah, now it's height shaming.
Height shaming.
Height shaming. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. People have broken, pathetic feelings, and honestly, some of them need to be shamed. And there needs to be like shame shaming. That needs to be a thing.
Shame shaming.
Shame shaming.
We'll start it. On this date, we have started the shame shaming.
Shame shaming. We're gonna shame shamers.
Yeah.
And boy, that's confusing.
Yeah, it's gonna be so. Oh man, it's gonna be like reading a Dr. Seuss novel. We're gonna have so much tongue twisters and everything.
Don't worry though, we will have the appropriate trigger warning.
Yes. Well,
if you're a pansy, don't read this.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. We need. All right, write that down. We're definitely gonna do that. You heard it from here first, from us. This is where it originated.
We will be shame shaming.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, seriously. I do think, we have to try our best to get along with everybody in this world. I get that. Totally understand it. But I'm realistic enough to understand that's not going to happen.
Yes.
So we got to learn how to deal with it when it doesn't happen.
Yeah, definitely. So, our main point here is there's definitely ways to express concerns for people, especially to your friends. And it doesn't always have to mean that you hate them with your guts. Hate it. Gosh, I'm not. No joke. Don't make a joke. Don't make a joke about a lot of guts. Don't do it. I was tempted there, but I'm not gonna stop doing that.
Just before you talk to your obese friends about their obesity, be sure to give them a trigger warning.
Yeah, definitely. But anyways, yeah. I mean, our point is here. You should be able to give your opinion. And you should be able to tell people you care about, even people you don't really know that well. You should, at least in a polite manner, like, listen, maybe you should,
Or you can even invite them to work out with you, or do something with you. You know, you can do it in a way that's not
a subtle way. His idea is a lot better than mine. I sound like a babbling kid about to ask their parents for money.
just be like, hey, come run with me or whatever. You know?
Yeah, just invite them to play sports or something, or invite them to go for walks in a park.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the most physically active person ever, but I find that I do a lot better when I do it in groups anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have more people with you, it really helps. You know, going to the gym really helps me a lot. I see other people doing it. It's just, I don't know what it is. You just get that vibe. Like, everyone else is doing it, I'm going to do it too.
Competition.
Competition. Brian. Yeah, there we go.
Competition, Brian. That's what it is. Not everybody's getting a trophy. You have to work for that trophy.
See? There we go. Another natural thing embedded in us.
Yep.
The competition we see.
Yep.
You're like, dang, I want to be good. Let me fit like that person right there.
I'm so ingrained in competition. If I walk up to a urinal at the same time as the other guy, we're having a contest who's peeing longer. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's just how competition oriented I am. All right. You know? And I think that's actually healthy to bring in most situations. Just as long as you're not like being one of those people that disagrees with people for the sake of disagreeing with them.
Anyways, we're just don't be a jerk about it. I mean, in conclusion, don't be a jerk, but definitely give your opinion.
Afraid.
Don't be afraid either. Follow the middle line here.
Yeah.
Don't stray off the road, but just don't be a jerk.
And give your trigger warnings.
Yeah. Well, that's our message for today.
It's really encouraging body positivity. We're in this new era